Hello and welcome back to part 3 of After. Now let's just keep moving on to stage 4 here, keeping intact the same team. Now previously I talked about how to actually set up your team, but now I forgot to mention is actually your player allies. Now if you noticed in the video before, I wasn't choosing allies with crit leader skills just purely because in the early stages I didn't feel I needed that boost to crit. Now if you have a lower grade team or don't have as high crit leader as I do here, then that boost to crit may be something that you look for and want, so definitely look for team members that have leaders with crit skill. Now as you can see here, I brought in a 3-star Andrea who just has a plus 12 crit, but add it to Aaron's plus 24, she's also a tough, so that's plus 36 all these guys are getting, and they got their weapons on top. So that's what you got to be wary of there when using your allies, and when it's your team faction and their leaders, definitely look for the crit. Not so much in the early stages. If you feel comfortable enough with the crit that your own team is making, then save them for a bit more in the later stages, especially if you're trying to finish it all on one day or in very quick concession, because obviously you have to have that waiting time. If you're not doing that, and you'll have to wait a fair few hours before you can use that person again, so just be wary of that. So we'll just go through this stage. We lost a few lives there, but like I said, I'm not using battle items, and I'm not doing a few things where I could max, like the battle lines of maximizing my crit. So right here we're going to keep the same team with Aaron as leader. We're just going to change up their weapons to incorporate more attack and defense rather than crit. Now I don't mind using Aaron as a leader for raids, just purely because for raids you're trying to end it as quick as possible, and that plus 30% attack just gets things over and done with. But as a leader for stages like this, because he lacks the defense and the HP attributes to his leader skill, it just really hinders me. So I'm gonna still keep him as leader, but purely I would prefer to have someone like Eric as leader with the plus 30 HP or plus 30% defense, just because when you're doing stages like this, you got the waves, you're lasting a duration rather than in raids where you're trying to get over with done and quickly. Here you're trying to last a duration, which is where the leaders with HP or defense come in a lot more handy than just leaders that are pure out attack like Aaron is. But I'm just going to go on with it anyways and sort of just show you my techniques to keeping my team alive basically without that leader and skill of HP and defense, with only that pure attack. Right now I'm not really using too much strategic nature in getting rid of these guys. That will happen more in the later stages when they get a bit harder and they start to hit me harder. I'll have to think a lot smarter with things, just purely because Aaron gives me that awesome attack, the plus 30% attack, but I'm lacking absolutely anything to do with my health and defense. So even though my weapons give me a little bit of defense there, I'm not really getting too much, and I'm also not got a big healer other than Eric. So that's sort of annoying. Like if I could have set my team up differently, which I could have, I would have, but I was just trying to keep to basically the same team I was using for the zombies for this one as well, and just sort of show you a technique to get them through it, and how I guess technically you don't have to set up the strongest team to get through it, you just have to be smart about it. So that's that done. Thanks for watching.